My main man, Cowboy Bob, who got robbed in the PCL, sent through a or super chat and said, Magic had a chance without Tatum, but lose by 9. If Tatum was active, it would have been a 30-point loss. Tatum is a great top 6 player now, but I'm biased due to being a Knicks fan. We are all delusional. We hate speaking logic, right?
Yeah. I don't know if they would have lost by 30 if Tatum would have played. I mean, Jaylen Brown might not have had the damn game. If Tatum would have played and they all played like that, I mean, then that's different. But shit changes when you add a player to the lineup. Everybody don't touch the ball. The rhythm is a little different. Shit changes. I don't know if they lost by 30. They ain't lose by 30 game 1. What the hell?
I'm going on record. If they lose game 3, I'm sitting Tatum for the rest of the series.
I would too. I would. Man, I don't know.
I'm not bringing him back regardless. Orlando could win game 3, and I'm still not bringing him back to him.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I just want to go to game 3.
If they win game 3, he might got to play game 4.
They can win this series without Jayson Tatum.
This is what I was talking about before the series with Jaylen Brown's knee. I didn't know it was going to be JT. I thought it was going to be JB. I was saying they don't need. They can play without one of them dudes and win the series. I don't think there's no reason for Jayson Tatum to put a jersey on for game 3. He need to just sit down. They'll be all right.
Yeah,
I'm cool. Even to Mars to what you said. Even if they lose game 3, we run that back.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. What's going on with Jimmy Butler? It's a bone bruise. It's a contusion. Yes.
Well, Jimmy just broke his ass.
But here, missing games and you got to come back and get in rhythm. Like,
and it's his shooting hand too, by the way.
There'll be a rhythm aspect to it, but I mean, like, respectfully, the second round, the Knicks or the Pistons.
Yeah, they're not the Knicks. They can beat the Knicks without Jayson Tatum.
Like, damn near they could play. The
Knicks ain't coming out this damn series.
Yeah, but damn near they could play the Knicks or the Pistons, and they don't need to play Jayson Tatum in that series either. They'll still win. Like,
but Mars, chill.
They will not beat the Celtics. I want to say this very objectively. They don't have the players, personnel, and/or scheme to beat the Boston Celtics, period, with or without Jayson Tatum. They don't. The Knicks would get dogged.
Okay, but hey, man, like
the Detroit.
Ox was talking about Jaylen Brown knee. Hey, man, Jaylen Brown knee get a little fishy shit, get up in the air.
Man, rest both of them. They'll still win the series.
I mean, genuinely, they'll beat both of them.
Mars.
Yeah, I'm not doing
that. I think people are just.
Mars, they're gonna lose both of this. They're gonna lose the game if both of them don't play. Mars,
they're
gonna lose the series too.
Let me say what I want to say.
Yeah, that's crazy shit, Mars. Ain't no way you think that's gonna happen. Like, there's no way.
The series or the game? You said they would lose the series.
Series. If they rest both of them, they losing the series
to the Magic.
Yeah, they losing the. You crazy as hell, bro. If you think they can rest both of them and the Magic not gonna win a game, the Magic being close in both games.
We're gonna see Peyton Pritchard and Derek White with a
what happened to that logic?
Again.
Still, you've been watching basketball for the longest. No. What happened to the logic of you take care of business at home?
Please, bro.
That hasn't changed. That 100% hasn't.
So why they acting like it haven't changed now?
And Swiper, let's be honest. Ain't no way you beat. I don't care how inefficient Orlando's offense is. I don't care how bad how bad Franz shoots. You lose your 2 best players. You're not winning. You're not winning.
I didn't stutter. Kristaps Porzingis, Al Horford, Drew Holiday, Derek White, Sam Halger, whoever you want to be on the roster.
Because now what you're doing, Swiper, is you're putting so much onus. Series. You're putting so much onus now on these other guys to do the. You're putting so much onus on these other guys to now do what those other guys had to do: play, make, score, defend. Now they got to. Okay, Derek White did that. Derek White is doing that. And Drew Holiday is doing that. Who hasn't been good this year, by the way, at that. So now you're asking him to do. So now you're asking them to do that more. The reason why they are as good at that is because they have Jayson Tatum, because they have Jaylen Brown.
A lot of them. You talking about Porzingis? Porzingis benefits from Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Well, I don't want to get into the numbers, but Kristaps Porzingis is pretty good. You know,
but he benefits from them.
Right, and with both of those guys off the floor, that's almost that's 55 a game. Almost 10 over 10 plus rebounds that you're taking out of the lineup, the playmaking of Jayson Tatum, the transition player. Now what you're asking Boston to do, you're asking Derek White to make up for that. You're asking Peyton Pritchard to now shoot more. You're asking him to create more shots. You're asking him to create more shots for other people.
That's Kristaps Porzingis this year without JT and Jayson Tatum. Would you like to know, Chill?
Please.
Swiper, say the stats in context too, because you do that shit where you just
there is no leaving out context. You're Jordan, you're yapping once again. If you just hush, I can read it to you. So Boston this year, 118 minutes, no garbage time without JT and Jaylen Brown on the floor. Kristoff.
Oh, stop.
That's what you're asking for.
No, that's not.
I'll read it. I'll read it for the audience.
What are the stats without them not playing, Swiper? Not playing. I knew you was gonna say some bullshit like that. I knew that was gonna come up.
It's literally you can type all of this in. By the way, Jordan,
as you were saying,
I can send it to you so you can just read it.
Understand you. I just want to make sure I'm understanding you, Swiper. Go ahead.
Just they're good. They're a good team this year. They're a plus 8.97. That's like
plus
a good
8.9.
Their defense is still good.
Let's go wins and losses. Let's go wins and losses.
Now they're plus 8 point. They're plus
I don't know what their record is without both of them.
Well, even still, okay.
How has Kristaps Porzingis performed in the last 2 games against Orlando?
He's looked very good.
He was good yesterday. He was 20 and 10 yesterday.
Very good in both games.
Yeah, he looked good every. Yeah, he looked good every time.
Yeah, I saw the bloody.
There's no way you think no way you think that Porzingis take them to the promised land without JT.
Promised land. What is the promised land? Beating the Orlando Magic.
Yeah,
I think they can beat the Orlando Magic
without your 2 best players.
Yeah,
I'm saying Jayson Tatum sits for sure. Jaylen Brown, they can beat him. Without
can Oklahoma City beat Memphis without SGA? And
they've already beaten.
They could beat Memphis without Shea, Chet, J-Dub, and Isaiah Hartenstein.
They've already beat Memphis without SGA. Just so you understand. SGA.
That part I'm not. I mean, I would win by game 1.
The shit Mark's talking about, I disagree with. The shit Mark's talking about, I disagree with.
I wouldn't have put him back in the game in game 1.
They should rest him for game 4. You'll see what happens.
I think they went on a 26-2 run. What I'm saying is when your best player is off the floor, we already got to compensate for that. When your best player is off the floor, when your 2 best players are off the floor, now we got to do something completely different offensively and defensively because we rely on both of these guys. So this Orlando team, the issue that they have with them, and I know, Ron, we're going to talk about the Orlando Magic, but the issue that we have with them is that their offense, it is in stretches. Most of the time, it sputters. But for the most part, it's in stretches where I'll get a quarter or 2. Their offense just isn't good enough. Now, that changes with both Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown off the floor because now we get different looks. Now we get different opportunities to score when those 2 guys are off the floor. Now we may get more things at the rim. We may get more open looks in the mid-range and in the mid-post because now you got these 2 guys in Derek White and now Peyton Pritchard who have to handle the ball more, which now our defense turns up and we can cause more turnovers. And when we cause more turnovers, we can get out and transition a little bit more. That's not going to happen with Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown on the floor.
I mean, I just feel like if we watch the game, I'm saying my perspective because I don't want to speak for everyone else up here. They ran Orlando wild last night. With no JT cool. Like Jaylen Brown hit pull-ups. He was really good yesterday. They couldn't guard.
Don't do that. You did that.
No, I'm not dismissing. I'm giving the context of the game. I wasn't even that. I was just giving the context of the context
too. Just because this whole time you've been talking, you act like Jaylen Brown didn't go berserk last night. You're saying that this team would beat this team without Jaylen Brown, but he went berserk last night. They needed Jaylen Brown to go berserk last night for them to win.
I think he's a really good player.
And Ron, they playing in Boston.
Not that good because we can beat them without him and this dude too. So
what happened to just taking care of business at home?
That's not how that math works, by the way, Chill. That's just because not that good. You're saying any of us were saying they're not that. JB's not that good if they can win without him. Well, is JT not as good because they beat a playoff team without him? Well, no, that's just not how that works. This is do you think that? Do you think we think that JT isn't that good because they beat them?
One of 2 things is going on. Swiper, either you think Boston is superior,
they are,
or you don't think Orlando is.
No, they are superior, and they're not built for this.
Even
Orlando's not good enough, and Boston are that much better. Yes.
I hate to step in and interrupt this intense yap session that you're currently watching, but I just have to inform you on all the amazing, spectacular, fabulous, endless ways to play and win over at Prize Picks. Basketball fans, I know the season is just tipping off. Yes, I know this. But you know what that means? It means that you have an opportunity to pick your favorite players and their matchups that are the most thrilling, and you can win money from these. With Prize Picks, you can play daily NBA contests and test your hoop knowledge by choosing the player projections and every single stat line imaginable to make your Prize Picks and take home some nice hard-earned cash. Are you a rookie in the game? Don't even sweat it. I got the playbook for you right here. All you have to do is download Prize Picks, use promo code PANEL, and you will get $50 instantly when you play 5 here with Prize Picks. So what are you waiting for? Download Prize Picks, use promo code PANEL, and join me as we break down all of our amazing daily picks right here on the panel. Prize Picks. Run your game, control your game, win your game. It's easy, baby. It's easy.
What if Orlando win their 2 games at home? What if Orlando win their 2 games at home?
Then we have a 2-2 series.
Yes, we do.
Okay, then. So I mean,
and I'm still not bringing Jayson Tatum back.
You crazy as hell. Shit.
I'm not going as far as Mars. I'm not going as far as Mars.
You cry. I guarantee you. Shit, they win one game.
They'll bring Jayson Tatum back. I'm not on the coaching stuff.
If they win,
they will do it.
If Boston wins game 3 without Tatum, I wouldn't play him in game 3. And if they win game 3 without Jayson Tatum,
I'm playing him in game 4.
I'm not playing him.
Yeah, I'm with you. If they lose game 3, then I'm playing Tatum in game 4.
Yeah. Game 4 for sure. Yeah. But what about this? What about JT not playing? We all know, like Ox said, JB is a little banged up. Don't add a little bit more pressure to JB.
He's finals MVP for a reason. That pressure on me. Man.
Hey man, then now JB go down. Tatum playing without JB.
Oh, he ain't. Well, listen. Let's not put that in there. Why would he go down? He ain't going nowhere.
Do y'all think this is anything to be concerned about for the Celtics that like JB came into the playoffs and needing knee injections? Jayson Tatum is now missing like his first ever playoff game. Like, is this a concern for them?
No, it's nothing both in and out the lineup.
For JB, it ain't nothing structural. It's just pain tolerance at this point. So if you're just dealing with pain tolerance in the playoffs up into the finals, then you're fine. You know what I'm saying? It's April. It's about to be May. If you're not hurt, that's weird. He's not injured. He's a little banged up.
So with
Jason, he's not getting his knee changed every game. And with JT, it's more precautionary than anything. It's nothing broken. It's another bruise. This is precautionary stuff. This is just we're so much better than this team that we don't need Jayson Tatum to play. He's fine. JB, it's nothing structural. So I don't think we need to
see that part. I didn't know what you just brought up. So now it's just a pain tolerance. That's all it is. So it's not going to get any. It's not going to get any worse.
His knee before the playoffs started.
He got a shot. He got a pain shot. They didn't drain nothing.
I'm about to read this power chat though, and then we could go ahead and continue to dive into the series because I really do want to talk about game 2. So Arch sent through a super chat. $100 super chat. And shout out to the whole Arch family. Arch said, Tatum is trash. Kawhi with no knees is still better than him.
Eat it, hater.
Kawhi being better than you doesn't mean you're trash.
Yeah, he not trash.
Bro,
Kawhi is better than you.
People always want to talk about Jayson Tatum trash, bro. First of all, Jayson Tatum also don't have to score. Like, he can have a bad scoring day.
That's Bam, by the way. Game, as Swiper would say, that's Bam right there. Thanks, Bam. We appreciate the super chat.
Bam would never say some headed shit like that.
He says it all the time.
Ain't no way in hell Tatum trash though, but you know.
Yeah.
I did want to say this about Jayson Tatum. Like him having a broken wrist or a bruised wrist. It ain't that big of a deal. Remember last year he went through the whole playoffs with a broken wrist too. So they'll be all right this year.
Shut up, bro.
Hey, Tatum got 14 rebounds that game too, huh?
Yes.
He got 14 rebounds, boy. That motherfucker good, boy. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Let's talk about game 2, though. The Celtics outlasted the Orlando Magic by a score of 109-100. Jaylen Brown, as we mentioned, the finals MVP, showed up to the playoffs in game 2 with 36 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Kristaps Porzingis, although he got his forehead busted, he finished with 20 and 10, and the Celtics really ultimately just handled the Orlando Magic. But once again, shout out to the young duo over there for Orlando. Paolo had 32 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, and he looked very good yet again. Franz Wagner had 25 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and he looked good as well. But fellas, how did we feel about this game?
It's almost 2 months, month and a half of all NBA basketball from Paolo?
Since after the All-Star break.
Mm-hmm. So was that February when we went? So February.
Yeah, mid-February
that's really good.
The end of the season. Yeah,
that's 2 months.
Plus the first 5 games. We'll add that.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just say the time after his injury was just him ramping back up because he was.
Had he not gotten injured, I think he would.
So we will ignore that. I think Paolo's taken like a substantial leap as a player. Personally, I think he's just
the way he was playing.
I don't know what the hell.
The way he was playing before the season, the way he's playing those first 5 games. Now, I'm not saying that we get that the entire season, but if we get something in that neighborhood, are we looking at Paolo as an All-Pro this year?
Well, no. He the last 2 months he's been All-Pro. I think he'd averaging 30, like 5 and 5, damn near. If I go to this, let me see.
I think what we're seeing with Paolo is like a version of Melo that he's not the jump shooter that Melo is, but like a substantially better passer playmaker. Like there was a few passes Paolo made last night. I was like,
defender.
Oh wow. Like that little one in the paint.
Maybe he's not Melo.
The look off the Goga.
Hey, or that one where he drove and hit Buddy in like the left corner.
You said y'all never seen Melo make those passes?
Hell no, Swiper.
Melo.
Oh, I got the Sebastian Bell player in my head right now.
I also got the one. What about the one when he was playing against the Trailblazers when he threw it between his legs?
The left hand, no look. Yeah, I remember. I mess with Melo. I know Melo. I like.
Man, why are y'all talking about playmaking Melo highlight passes, bro? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Don't do this nasty shit. That's what they did. They bring it highlight.
Don't be like him, Swiper. Be better than that.
You're right. I'm not going to defend King Melo. Go ahead. Y'all got it.
To be honest,
Melo don't need no defense.
Exactly.
He don't.
He stand on straight game, but I don't need y'all out here. Oh, remember that one pass he made? He's a facilitator. Come on,
bro. Melo did. To be fair with you, he didn't do no passing, but shit, Melo didn't really do no dribbling either. Boy, if you look at Melo, Melo barely dribbled the ball. That shit was just cash. Like to be honest, Paolo and Swiper. I mean, Paolo and Melo.
No, you can say that.
I'm off
that's right.
No, hell no.
2-1.
I'm off the train.
Ox.
I'm off the train of Paolo play like Melo. He don't really play like Melo, bro. I don't know who he play like right now. I gotta figure something out. He don't.
Brandon
play like
Ingram.
No, he don't.
I felt like last night.
He's just not that good. He's not as good as Melo.
So Ox watching that game. So Ox watching that game last night, it was obvious to me that the Boston Celtics, their defensive schemers, they are going to concede jump shots to Franz Wagner. He has to make shots. That hitch in his shot has to change in order for him to
they
be
conceded shots to KCP too.
They particularly conceded shots to Paolo, though. They're going to let him, especially on that right wing. I think that's
Franz or Paolo.
Franz. I think that's part of their defensive scheme. They're going to concede shots to him, and they're going to get everybody on the glass and gang rebound. 100% they're going to do that. And on top of that, with the switches that Orlando had last night on defense, this is why Boston has been so good all year, because their ability to screen, they're so good at those mismatch hunting. Where I get, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to make sure I get this right. If I see the big fella, he screened Anthony Black and gets Anthony Black switched onto him in the mid post, and Anthony Black can't do anything with him. So with Anthony Black not being able to do anything with him and getting him in foul trouble, now they have to go through a different lineup. But I didn't understand something, and maybe you guys can figure this out for me. Why did Cole Anthony only play 5 minutes yesterday?
I ain't that high on Cole Anthony, but
I think he's one of the better backup lead guards in the game.
My guess would be.
You think he one of the what?
I think he's one of the best backup lead guards in the game.
One of y'all still got that cone that y'all keep in the background?
Yeah, my guess would be defense.
Can you put that on screen for me, please?
I'm not a coach.
Because I didn't understand that. He's a downhill guy, which is what you need. 2, he puts pressure on the rim, which is getting guys in foul trouble, which is also what you need because your offense in Orlando is deficient, and he can get going at any point. And I didn't understand why he didn't know. I didn't understand why he didn't play. Excuse me, I didn't understand why he didn't play as much as he could have. So it seemed to me yesterday with the Boston Celtics, to wrap this up, with the Boston Celtics defense, it looked like they were conceding Franz shooting jump shots on the right wing. And Ox, I gotta say this to you, brother, as my man, I don't know how you watch Paolo and Franz and say that dude is better than him. I don't.
Ox be trolling, man.
I don't know how you watch that dude and say he's better than him. He is not.
They were better
than him, yo.
Chill. You never better than him.
Hold on. When I said that, I haven't said that all since they both came back from injury.
I knew he was drawing a cone. Oh my
God. Basketball happened.
What does it say? Cotton cone.
Basketball happens
caution.
Today, and then
Cautions. Slick surface.
Learn how to write.
It's a cone.
That shit look crazy. That shit look
Good
like
work.
So yeah, you're saying Cole Anthony is a cone. That's cool. But I just want to make sure to get this off. Like I try not to remember my basketball takes because basketball changes every day. You know what I'm saying? So just be like, yeah. So I 100% stood on that.
I'm still in that one.
I thought Franz was better than Paolo for sure. I think when we watched them play basketball the past 2 years, I don't think it's crazy for anybody to think that. You watch basketball these past 2 months. Yeah, I don't think it's as clear cut.
You acknowledge that France just can't shoot the ball.
I'm not gonna say he can't shoot the ball. I'm saying he's just not shooting the ball that good right now. And you get that weird ass hit. You get that weird ass hit.
I don't know what happened. That wasn't.
He was able to shoot before that. Yeah,
he wasn't there at the start of his career. But the last couple seasons, he's had a hitch in his 3-point shot, and he hasn't been able to make a 3. So I don't know what it is. I don't know what happened. Yeah,
but I mean, my thing is, I don't
know what it is. I just know his jump is different than it was when he came in. And when
didn't Markel have the yips when he came down there too? Like,
no.
He
I don't know.
But my thing though, too, y'all know I don't subscribe to perfect basketball players. There's some things in your game you're just not gonna be able to do. Now, Franz, with that being said, he needs to fix that little hitch thing and get that shot on track. But he's still a good basketball player. You know what I'm saying? When you trying to run that corner, you better be in front of him.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not in front of him, if you're on the side of Franz, he cooks. He's 6'10", he's strong, he's aggressive, he's coming down here. There's nothing you can do.
Great touch around the basket.
I'm saying
great touch on both hands. You know what I'm saying? Both ways, he got it. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I guess he's not that great.
He's an 87%. He's like an 87% free throw.
He's a good free throw shooter. He's got great touch on floaters and stuff. He just can't.
So there's shooting promise there. It's just
he could shoot the ball when he came in. I don't know what his percentages was like a rookie and stuff, but he could shoot. It's just he can't make jumpers these days, and it's because of the weird hitch that is now in his release. But he's a really good player. He's one of the best downhill wings in the league. Elite size at his position. Amazing defensively. Good feel as a passer. Like he does a lot of things really well. But the outside shooting is a major concern, and I don't think his handle is 100% like all the way there. He's only 23. But yeah, I was also with Ox, but I came off the train of Franz being better than Paolo. Once I saw the first 5 games of the season, I said, if this is Paolo, he's better. Then he came back from injury. He looked bad. So I was like, okay, maybe the first 5 games was a fluke. And then he got right back to the first 5 games for him. I was like, okay, yeah, this Paolo is better than Franz. But Franz is still amazing. I think they're like, both of them are really, really good. I think Paolo's better. But like, if neither one of them are really good outside shooters, like I do think that kind of like the roster construction around it becomes difficult.
Mm-hmm. Do you think they had a good plan coming into the season though? I think some of this is just like, look, everybody knows how I feel about KCP. I think he's really good. Like I think they're saying he does really well. He's an excellent play finisher, but he's not a good play finisher for this team. He never should have got $22 million a year. I'll concede that. I agree. I never thought he should have got $22 million a year.
Man,
but he's a part of his job is he just cannot. He can't shoot. He can't play finish there for whatever reason. Still a really good defender. But them not having like one viable guard shooter, because Gary Harris for sure can't do that. Like they just don't have like.
Are you saying that Gary Harris and KCP can't shoot?
They can't this year.
I mean, if you look at, I mean, I could go regular season. We'll start regular season. I think 36% is league average from 3.
Yeah,
it might be 37 this year. I can't remember, but it's around there.
35.
They have no one on their roster who played 60 games who shot above 36%. Corey Joseph played 50 games and was 36.4%. Mo Wagner played 30.
Joseph ain't gonna give you that.
And he was 36%. Everyone else was below that. Gary Harris, who played 48
Caleb
games.
Houston was 40.
Yeah, but he played 58 games. But yeah, Caleb Houston was 40. And the only reason he even got in the rotation is because he can shoot. Like that's the only reason he's even getting minutes.
Tristan De Silva is a shooter.
Just remember, they were supposed to go get Malik this offseason. I don't know what
they
happened.
So why did they drafted Jet Howard for shooting, and he has not been able to make a 3 since he's been in the league.
I still don't know how that didn't end up with Malik. I mean,
so how did they get I mean, why did they get KCP? What did they get KCP for? What was his
KCP
value?
was.
I mean, he was supposed to be
KCP
the
was meant
3-and-D
to be
wing.
that guard who plays elite defense, fits the mantra, and then could also knock down shots.
Yeah.
He's doing one of those things.
Yeah.
So
KCP though is a funny player because he's had like these stretches in his career before. Like I remember,
I remember
that 2020 year when we won the champ. My other team, the Lakers, we won the championship. The start of that season was very rough. Like
I thought it was 2019 when you guys were hating on it.
Was it 2019? It was one of those things. He started off. He was like the worst starter in the league. I remember that.
He also used to miss layups and shit too.
KCP came in. When KCP came in, he was a scorer. He wasn't a shooter.
Not to the even to the league.
Yeah, when he came in and he was in Detroit, he was a scorer. He was playing in the mid range. Like I don't know if any Pistons fan compared him to Rip Hamilton. That's kind of what he was. He was coming around mid range shots.
That's what he was coming out of college. He was a bucket getter.
KCP was spending his nights in jail and his days in the.
He was on the work release program. 100% he was.
Sure, he had that ankle brace on. I'm not laughing. Dead ass serious. He had that ankle brace on.
That was going on. He was playing with the Lakers. He was in the work release program. Yes, he was. That was.
He went to jail. He was going to jail. Somebody else did it too. Somebody else did it too. It's not Malik Beasley. It's another.
And again, it's not that KCP hadn't shown this because if he played better last playoffs, the Nuggets probably make it out the second round, and they probably went.
He had an ankle injury.
But he couldn't. But he was like he just couldn't shoot like anymore. Like it was just for whatever reason. Yeah, go ahead. No, Chill, you've been waiting. Go ahead, Chill. Yeah.
And to answer your question, Swiper, the way that Orlando got him was they put $60 million on the table. KCP is not in any legacy talks. I'm going to go get paid. I already won the NBA championship twice. I've been in the league for 10 years.
A good player
how many more years you think KCP got? KCP, one of them dudes that could turn into like just a long ball shooter and can finagle his way onto other championship teams. But in the meantime, I'm going to go get paid. And that's what he did when he went down to Orlando because Denver didn't put that money on the table. So I'm moving to South Florida for $60 million. That's what I'm doing.
They should have put that money on the table.
Chill. No state tax.
Hey, I live here, so I know what it is. So
they should have Denver should have put that money on the table though. That's what they should have done.
KCP got 2 rings. He getting paid. KCP's having the perfect basketball career. This is one of the best basketball careers you can
have.
Got
a key to the city in Greenville, I believe.
He's doing it just how we supposed to. He got a better year. No, he got. I'm not talking about a better year. Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a career. As far as careers go, what KCP is doing is as good as you can hope for. You got 2 rings.
Didn't he sign?
You already got some good contracts. You're getting paid again. You live in Florida, bro. This is the life. This is what you imagine.
He signed like an 80 ball in Detroit, huh?
How much better can he get?
That's what I'm saying. He already got it. He already been had a good contract.
Yeah,
he got paid early.
He wanted to stay in Denver, but
look.
Hey, how much better can it get, Ox? How much better can it get?
I'm gonna tell you, Jill. I'm gonna tell you the elevator version.
We're talking about Hall of Fame. We're talking about Hall of Fame.
The elevated version is Klay Thompson.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that.
Now he in Dallas with no state taxes. You know what I'm saying?
It's
one more contract.
It's like Clay's is that's what you wish, but you're not getting there. You know what I'm saying? KCP for a professional basketball player.
Gosh.
This is attainable. You know what I'm saying? This is something that you thrive to get. Big contract. Two rings, you know what I'm saying? You playing in Orlando. Next year they're gonna be a top 4 seed in the East. They're gonna be competitive, and he's still gonna be getting paid. You know what I'm saying?